Hello everyone, it is your boy Winster and I am back at it again with another video. I hope that you are having a great, amazing, phenomenal day as always. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. Of course, I had to do it to him. I had to. Shout out to my YouTube channel members. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Thomas, Stain Young, Winey, Anthony Looney, Devin, Leo. Thank you so much, fellow Chads, for the support. I appreciate y'all. What kind of perks you get? You guys know what it is. You guys get a shout out on every full video. You guys get early content to all the full videos. And then on top of that, you guys could schedule games. Don't schedule games. If anyone wants to schedule some games, let me know. We could schedule something. Either I could help you build, test, whatever. If you guys want to help out some more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to reach it, but I am grateful for how close we got. Be sure to check out the description box, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. Be sure to follow all those platforms. But let's get started with today's video. I'm going to show you how to combo with the Ryzeal cards. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a one-card combo with Ryzeal and Fiendsmith. We're going to have a Ryzeal Bystial combo later on in the video. But I do want to say shout out to Jay. He's our TO, a good friend of mine. Very, very nice guy. He was the one who put me onto the Bystials literally last Thursday. I recorded this on December 22nd after my local today on a Sunday. So just this past Thursday, he was like, you know what, Eric? You need to play Bystials if you're going to run Fiendsmith and Ryzeal. And here we are. But enough of that. Let me go ahead and show you. So Ice Ryzeal, super freaking broken. We're going to normal summon. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and activate Ice Ryzeal effects. And we're going to special summon from deck. And then EXT Ryzeal or X Ryzeal, however you want to pronounce, is going to summon, and then effect on special summon, it's going to search you Thunder Monster. And now here you have two options. You got Node Ryzeal, who's a Fire Thunder, and then you got Sword Ryzeal. I would prefer you get the Sword Ryzeal. So at this point, you're going to go ahead and overlay. There are two ways to do this combo. So the first option, you're going to go ahead and either go into Moon of Closed Heavens or the Exciton Knight. Here, I'll just go into the Exciton Knight because there is a part of the combo where he might come up. And then you're just going to link this baddie off. And because he's a Life Fiend, you're going to go right into the Requiem effect. And then you are going to go right into Lacrima. Lacrima effect on summon. You are going to send in, of course, the Engraver. Here, you're going to go ahead and activate the Rec effect to equipped. And then here you will contact fuse these two, fuse into Necroquid Princess. And then at this point, you will go ahead and activate the Engraver. And then it is very, very important that you keep these two in the grave. So I'll go ahead and activate Exciton Knight. Not that it won't come up, but there's a chance that it could. I'll explain later. But we'll go ahead and summon out the Fiendsmith because it just needs a light fiend monster. And then here, you could go ahead and go into, and then at this point I will go ahead and go into the Wave King Caesar. Now you have two options. You could go into the sequence, but I don't think it's really optimal. I think sequence is better to be used when you're going to kill your opponent, but going first, Installation versus Wave Kings versus Nibiru with Caesar is so much better. And on top of that, think about it, guys. You will summon Exciton, the two Ryzeals, Lacrima, Sequence, Engraver, and Necroquip, and Caesar. They would have had Nibiru a long time ago. And if they allow you to get to this point, it doesn't really matter anymore because you're just going to go ahead and stop Nibiru. So again, I personally think Wave King Caesar is a lot better. Now we're going to go right into the other part of the Ryzeal. We just needed an offshoot into it. But because we have a Ryzeal in the graveyard with Ice and this guy, we're going to go ahead and summon and then activate the effect. And then his effect is going to add a light pyro monster. Now keep in mind, you haven't actually used Ice EXT Ryzeal's effect to special summon, which you will send to the grave, the Mirror Logic. And then here, you're going to go ahead and overlay. You're going to go into the Dual Drive and then Dual Drive effect. And then, of course, you detach for Resolution. And because that card's broken, you're going to add two cards. You're going to add the Node, and then you're going to add the Cross. Then here, you will activate the Ryzeal Cross. Can't really see it, but it doesn't really matter. And then here you could go ahead and summon the Node. Now keep in mind, right, let's say if like something ended up happening where you didn't have the Exceeds on the field, you would have the Aggregator in the grave. So when I mentioned earlier that Exciton Knight being in the grave could matter, this is what I'm referring to, right? Like if you get stopped in some sort of capacity, Node wouldn't be able to summon because you wouldn't have it on the field or the graveyard. But again, it doesn't really matter with this combo. So we're just gonna go ahead and summon him, and then we're gonna activate the effect of Node, and then we're gonna go ahead and summon out one of the Ryzeal monsters, and their effects are negated. However, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna go ahead and go right into Detonator. Detonator effect is gonna attach the Meteorologic Dragon or whatever aggregator. I think it's a dragon. It looks like a dragon. And then we're going to go ahead and then do that. Now we're going to activate the cross effect. So just to get some good stuff back, we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and pick the dual drive. Realistically, there's no real wrong answer here. You want at least one in the deck. And then this may come up again. So this is what I would personally shuffle back. Or not shuffle back, but put at the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and draw a card. Doesn't really matter what this is, but you still end up with all of this and a card in hand. Now, we're not quite done yet. We're going to pass our turn. During our opponent's draw phase, what we could go ahead and do, and like I said, keeping the Lacrima in the grave is really, really important because we're going to activate the effect. We're going to shuffle back the Lacrima, and then we're going to summon back the Requiem. And then during our opponent's main phase, because that's the only time this could activate, we'll go ahead and activate. And then we'll go ahead and activate this guy. And then we're going to just summon right back the Lacrima that we shuffled. Now we're going to go ahead and activate Lacrima's effect. And then we're going to set Paradise into the grave. And then with that, we will go ahead and pass. And then that would be it for our combo. So let's go ahead and look at all our interruptions. So we have the Monster Negate with the cross. We have 2 interruptions with Wave King Caesar. We have the interruption 3 interruptions here with Detonator. And then we got a Monster Negate. So that's 4, 7. And then in the graveyard, we have Paradise. What Paradise does, it is going to go ahead and activate Banish whenever our opponent special summons. Send a Fiendsmith card from extra deck to the grave. We'll send the Desiree. Desiree will then trigger and then shuffle this back. And then we'll go ahead and send a card on the field to the graveyard, which is freaking amazing. It's just so much, and your opponent won't be able to play through it all. But that is combo number 1. Combo number 2, we got Ice Ryzeal, and then we got the Bystial Lubellion. Man, this card is absolutely crazy in this deck, man. The engine just gives so much more layers of interaction, especially on the higher end of the meta, because Malice is a thing, and then this card or this engine interacts with it so well. Shout out to Jay. Like I said, last Thursday he put me on and was like, yo, play the Bystials, and I'm about to showcase one. So shout out to my good friend Jay. But it's not a crazy extender, it's just another layer. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing as last. Normal summon Ice Ryzeal. Ice Ryzeal effect, special summon effect, add sword. And then here we will do Lubellion effect. And then you will add the Magnemite. Like I said, this doesn't change too much. We're going to go ahead and link these two off. Link those two off and then go into Moon of Closed Heaven. Link this off. And then we are going to play the Wreck. Now, I just got more Light Fiends into the graveyard is the reason why we took this alternative route. But again, just showcasing you could do Exciton Knight there too because they're 2 level 4 monsters. And then we're going to activate the Wreck. Summon out the Lacrima effect, send the Engraver to the graveyard, and then we will now activate the effect of Wreck, and then we will contact Fuse into Necroquip Princess. Like I said, there's not much change here. We are going to summon right into the Engraver by shuffling back the Closed Moon, and then we will overlay right into Bureau proofing our board. We're going to go into Wave King High Caesar. For those who don't know, this is a activated effect that special summons can negate not once per turn. So we're insulated from the Bureau now. We're going to go ahead and special summon the Ryzeal because we do have the Ryzeal monsters in the graveyard. And then we're going to go ahead and activate the effect. Search out the EXT Ryzeal, whichever one. Then we're going to go ahead and special summon. And then we are going to send the Meteorologic. We're not going to activate the effect. But then we're going to go ahead and overlay into Dual Drive. And then Dual Drive effect, we're going to detach these two. We are going to add the cross, and then we're going to add the node. Here we'll activate the field spell. And then right here, we will just special summon this because we have an Exceed in the graveyard with Muriel Logic there. And then we have one on the field. And then we'll activate the effect, send this, special summon whichever Ryzeal, doesn't really matter. We'll summon out the sword, and then we will overlay. Then we will go into the duo drive. Duo drive effect is going to go ahead and attach the mirror logic onto him. And then now we're going to go ahead and activate the Bystial Magnamut. Magnamut doesn't really matter which you banish here. But I would go ahead and banish out the Ice Ryzeal. He's a light monster. And then we'll activate the Magnamut effect at the end phase. And then now we will go ahead and not activate, but we'll just go ahead and tribute out this baddie. And then we'll activate the effect of the Lubellion. And then we will go ahead and activate the Branded Regain directly from our deck. Off of the Lubellion effect. Now, we'll go ahead and activate the Ryzeal Cross. You could do whichever, man. Doesn't really matter. I would probably do one of each. That way you could go ahead and get some recursion. Put those at the bottom, and then we will draw whichever card. Doesn't really matter. Let's say it is an imperm, we'll set it. So at this point, we will go ahead and go to our end phase. We'll resolve the Magnamut effect. And then we will go ahead and add Baldrake. You can add whichever Bystial you want. You got Serenir, Jerusalem, Baldrake. You just can add the mag. And then from here, we'll go ahead and pass our turn. During our opponent's draw phase, we'll go ahead and activate Lacrima. Just like last time, we'll summon out the wreck. During our opponent's main phase, we'll activate the wreck, tribute, summon back out the Lacrima effect. It's going to go ahead and send Paradise. And then this will be the end of our... for real, the end of our turn. So main phase 3. Now, let's go ahead and talk about all the interactions that we have. So, we got 2 summon negates with Caesar. We got 3 pops on field non-targeting with the Detonator. And then we have a negate with the Aggregator. On top of that, we have the Ryzeal Cross monster negate effect. Also, this was insulated, so this may have insulated us from Nibiru, so this may have 1 less material. On top of that all, we have a Baldrake on the hand, which would be able to summon, adding on another layer of Branded Regain. So what makes Branded Regain so good is the fact that anytime anything is banished, light or dark monster, you could go ahead and activate this, shuffle that target back into the owner's deck, or place it at the bottom, and then you draw the card, or I get to draw the card. So this is really good in the upper meta of the game right now because of Malice. So on top of that, let's say if you're playing against Malice, they use Underground, the banish, then you'll activate the Regained, and then place that target at the bottom. They'll pay life points for no monster to be summoned out, and then you get to draw a card. So again, it doesn't really matter here. On top of that, anytime your opponent normal or special summons, you could go ahead and summon out a Bystial. So you just summon out the Magnamut that we just so conveniently have here, and then just add another Bystial at the end. What you will do here too is the Baldrake. Not only is interaction with the light or dark monster in the graveyard, but when your opponent special summons an extra deck monster, Link Ritual, Exceed, Synchro, you could go ahead and tribute a light or dark monster and then banish that target. It's just so much, man, and not including the hand traps you already had in hand. So realistically, you have 8 interactions with this, or 9, because that was 7, right? And then 9 interactions with this, not including any hand traps that you have, which is just absolutely crazy. And yeah, the Bystials, shout out to Jay again, man, are just worth playing. But that will be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think of the combos? What do you guys think about adding the Bystials to the deck? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to see a profile, I suggest you guys subscribe. A profile should be coming out very, very soon. I'm just tweaking the smaller details of the deck, and I want to present the best deck in my personal opinion. But yes, do not forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. That is going to be it for today's video. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Winster, and you guys have a good day. Peace out, everyone. And for those who celebrate, happy holidays. For those who don't celebrate, I just hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.